What's up, guys? Today we are talking about Sephera in the support role. She is one of the stronger mages in the current meta. I think her position is actually kind of diminished by the reveal of Darcy, and yeah, scheiße. What's up, guys? Today we are talking about Sephera mid. She is one of the strongest mages in the entire game at the moment with the January update. And yeah, she is a really interesting character because she has the ability to heal her team as a second support or as a true support, as well as deal out poking damage and massive amounts of damage after she has ramped up a bit. If you guys are interested in all those kinds of videos about guides, gameplays and stuff like that, just let me know, and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos, of course, because that just enables me to show you more. So this is Sephera. We're talking about her build, we are talking about her arcana, and we are also talking about her skills as a brief introduction for the people who haven't seen Sephera in action yet. As I said, Sephera is a strong character in terms of survivability, as well as she has shitloads of tricks up on her sleeves because she's able to heal up her team as a true / second support. And the second support is true even if you are building full damage and you are going mid lane as you would normally do with her if she hasn't have to go as the support character. So let's talk about her passive as well as her abilities, because that just makes things even clearer, and that explains why she is such a great character and she is so viable in team fights. Her passive. Her passive is a sort of hybrid thing. You are healing up the teammate, and that can be you if there is no teammate around, with the smallest health bar or the lowest health in the area near you. And that is going to help you sustain in lane or win team fights if you are looking at the really short cooldowns that she will have if she is leveled up to 10, 11, 12 or something like that. Her ability, as I said, it's some kind of hybrid thing, also damages an enemy which is in the area which is linked to her passive. So you are also dealing damage on the one hand, and you are healing people on the other hand, and that's what makes her so great, because you got both worlds up your sleeves. So the first ability, and I'm going to wait till I use it. This isn't something hybrid, this is just for pure damage, and it is going to be your main poking damage tool. That is like the thing that you're going to use if you want to poke enemies. And here we go. This is 3 different fish. It's the water spirits, and the water spirits target up to 3 different targets. They can target one target as well if it is a hero, because they prioritize the heroes, and what they do is they will cause damage as well as slow the enemy hero. And then what I forgot is, as soon as you use it, but I shouldn't forget it, after you use it you will deal more damage on your next auto attack, so it's always a good thing to auto attack with her, which is always a good thing, but with Sephera it's even more important because it is just dealing more damage as soon as you hit your autos. The second attack is, or the second ability is this ring that you have seen just right now. And this ring is some kind of special ability because it really is only effective in that ring. And what that ring does is, as you can see, that was a perfect example. It stuns the enemy. That's something really great, and it's especially good in team fights because it helps you to get more enemies into that ring if you position properly. So Sephera is a lot about the right positioning, and it's even more true because you have a lot of heroes which depend on good positioning, but Sephera wants a really good positioning in order to maximize her efforts, especially in team fights. And as we are in this position right now, I can talk about her ult because I just use it. And her ult is a massive damage dealing tool. It is a hybrid version as well. So the first thing that you have to be aware of is that you become untargetable for the first 1.7 seconds. So you have up to a 2-second window where you are actually not targetable by enemy heroes. That's the first thing. And the other thing is it's like your passive. So you deal all enemies in the area of effect. You have this greenish circle around you. It's smaller than the ring that you use with your tool, but you have this. It's quite a large area to be fair. So you have this area of effect around you. Every enemy in this area is hit and receives damage, and every hero which is on your friendly side, so one of your team members, will be healed for not even small, but a pretty nice, and here you could see that, for a nice portion of health. And that health is to be true for, killed him, and that portion is true for about 1000 health or something like that. So it's not even that small, so you can really benefit from that, especially in team fights after you engage and you have to get a little bit health back, and it can also help you to win a team fight as soon as your team is close to being killed, because then you can basically just put on your ult, heal up your team, and everything is fine again. So that is Sephera. I really like her because, oh, and I forgot about her too to tell, you get a 40% speed increase, which is a really nice benefit on the other hand. I don't know why I put it on my ult here. Doesn't make really that much sense because actually the Elsa would have benefited from it even more. But we're playing a really aggressive game, and this is what Sephera players have to be kind of like, you have to keep that in mind. So as you are a poking machine, you will always want to be kind of close to the enemy heroes, but not too close, because as you see with the water ring and your armor and stuff like that, you're not a tank, so you're not supposed to be in the very front line. But of course you're able to just be a bit more sustainable than any other heroes because you got this heal on your abilities all the time. So this helps you to get through the laning phase at the beginning of the game. As soon as you have a tower, things get a bit easier or a bit more less tense, because then you are free to rotate, and because you have this high mobility and you are a really nice additional character in order to support your team, she will really benefit your team. So this is why she's so good. And especially if you don't have like a true support, like an Arthur or something, as we have in this game. So we have the Arthur, which I wouldn't consider him to be a true support, although I think he's one of the best supports, because he doesn't do that much for your team in terms of supporting them with passive abilities or healing stuff. But Arthur is really great for engaging the enemy and not dying too soon, because you've got a lot of enemies who are able to engage, such as the Wukong and stuff like that. But if the enemy catches them, they will be pretty much dead. And that's not true for Arthur, because he has such a great armor scaling. And because you will build Arthur not as a glass cannon as you would do with Wukong, but as a tank, he is even more viable in team fights, because he can just engage and kill one of the AD carries and eventually even get out of that fight. So I always like to steal that health pack, and especially as I knew that we were going to get that tower, I wanted to be here and I wanted to do that. And this game is pretty much. I mean, we are at 9 minutes, and I think right now I'm at gold standard. So that means that a lot of enemies will be gold or early plat as well. And from my inspection, this was a really intense fight with loads of invades, with loads of team fights, which isn't that usual. Like usually you have those laning phases which go up to 7 minutes or something like that, and it causes just a lot of trouble to go through those phases because it's so dull. People are kind of like not even trading, so it just takes some time to get through those phases. But this was really intense, and it was a really nice fight. There wasn't anyone who was complaining. There wasn't anyone who wanted to disturb or flame or something like that. I really don't like people flaming and harassing other people and bullying them, being mean to them. I think it's just a game, and you should play it like a game. Like, if you want to have like a tough competition and do something in real life, I don't know, like join the army or something like that. But this is just a game, so man up and go through it. Like, it's not changing your life. If you're not one of those pro players, you will never ever earn something from it. So you should keep it as a game. And there you can see, like, I just healed up 1,255 health. That's so great. Bloodbath. I mean, the team is doing pretty good here. We're pretty well suited. And as I wanted to tell you something about my Arcana, at least that was something that I promised in the beginning of the video. I think you should always take runes that complement her playstyle. So if you are willing to get the most out of her abilities, I would always recommend to go with cooldown reduction, because that just makes her even better. I could have used my ult here, but then we were already dead, and I wanted to go out of that fight alive. So I didn't see any sense in healing up that Talanas, because my teammates were just not ready for the fight. So I just felt like, yeah, let's move from that. So Arcana will be. I've got some lifesteal Arcana because of that cooldown reduction, and I do have some movement speed Arcana as well, because if you are faster, it makes it easier to position yourself. So this is nothing that you should spare. And of course I have some AP runes as well, just to make her a bit stronger, and it's like a half item if you consider those normal items to be full items. On the other hand, in terms of her kit, I go always with the Phoenix tier and its upgrade. I like the Gilded Greaves because you have this massive mobility, and I think you have to use that mobility in her favor to be successful. So I like the Greaves because they kind of not nullify, but they lower the amounts of CC that you will get, or the impact of CC that you're gonna get. And then I like the Bariths because always having a bit more armor is helpful, and you will be one of the main targets for the AD carry killers, the assassins and the warriors. So it's nice to have a bit more armor, and it gives you ability power as well. So it's not a bad trade. I would love to have something like that for magic armor as well. There we go, that was a lovely ultimate. The Akali tries to get me, and I healed up again. That was so cool. Like, if I would have been faster and the angle was a bit wrong, I would have been able to get out of that fight. But I will end up as a mage support who is a mid laner. That's the end. That's the end of the deal. So we're going to have a look at my kit right now, and as always, I'm going to check to show you the results, and I won't say something about subscribing because I already have done that so far. So let's check out the results, and afterwards you can enjoy your Sunday if you haven't already. There we go. Oh, there was a ranked match. Wow, okay. I didn't know that. So I felt so comfortable that I was able to play her in ranked as well. So this was only gold players. I think there was a pretty much a big team fight competition for gold, but I restored almost 40,000 health for my team. That's how good she is. So I'm ranked number 2nd. And there you can see I received even more damage than the tank Arthur did. And I had the 2nd most participation time in the game, the 2nd highest. Yep, that's my play. Bye bye guys.